Hello everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Men and women talk about retirement in different ways. A lot of women talk about this, that when they talk about retirement with their husbands, that's their idea is relaxing, retirement is free time, maybe the classic going and playing golf, but it's just that idea of just relaxing, letting go, not having any responsibilities, anything to really be, to be doing. And women are the opposite, I think. That when I talk to our women in our 60 and Me community about retirement, it's I get to do stuff, I get to reinvent myself, I get to try new things, I get to travel and and try something that's got an allowing expression of my purpose in my life. I've done all this my life for other people. I've perhaps raised children or been with my partner and just worked hard as a family to build a reality. But now it's my time, and it's my time to create my reality, which may be very, very different than what we thought might be happening in, quote, retirement. Women want travel, advancement, opportunity, expression. And it's why in so many ways the way that brands and people talk about older women, the stereotypes and kind of ageist conversations that they have is so inaccurate. I mean, we don't want to particularly sit on the chair and the rocking chair and knit, although I do knit and I like knitting, and I'm actually knitting something at the moment. I'm just but knitting is like fun, but it's not. I don't do it because I'm a 74-year-old woman. I do it because I enjoy it. And that's the difference, I think, is that women want to be doing what they enjoy. And maybe all their life, they've not really ever had a chance to define that or to express, what they really want to do. So women talking about travel, advancement, and growth, men talking about free time and relaxation, that can cause challenges. And maybe part of the reason there are a lot of gray divorces these days. And I know a lot of women who are traveling. I've organized some travel for 60 and Me. They come and say, my husband just didn't want to travel. And he knows I'm here and he's okay with me having fun with the girls, but it's like, he doesn't want to travel. And so I think that's one of the challenges is when you get older into a marriage, you start to see these differences. But anyway, feeling fulfilled for older women is the name of the game when you talk about life's purpose, what those years when you're not working in a structured way anymore involve. There's a concept in Japan. It's called Ikigai. Ikigai is kind of a decision that people make, or it's a philosophy where they make a thoughtful decision about what is it that they do in their life. What can they actually physically do? What's their capability, physical or mental? What's their skill, and what is the purpose of that? And how can it be expressed in the world? How can it be, connected to a real world situation? Now, the westernized version of this is a little bit difficult, or a little bit different in that it's all about finding, what your skills are, what you love to do, and mapping that to a career. And so that's kind of the Western view of Ikigai, where you have these your work that maps to your passions is around four different things: what you love to do, what you're good at, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs. That's kind of the Western interpretation of Ikigai. But in a way, it's the same thing. It's basically what you love to do, what you can do, what you're actually good at, knowing that and experiencing that, and then understanding where the value for that is. I mean, whether it is a monetary value or whether it's something that you get back in exchange. It's kind of an exchange model. And what you can do to help the world. I am so impressed by women in our 60 and Me community at the empathy that they are showing for the world. I think the last 3 years has been such an opportunity for everybody to really find their Ikigai. That somehow, I mean, a lot of people have given up work. As the younger people are now saying, I don't want to work in the traditional way anymore. I want to find what I love to do. I want to find out a way to actually, get good at it, get better at it, and then, make some money from it. And in doing that, be able to help others, and if you actually, I don't know if many of you are on some of the channels like Instagram or TikTok, which is a very young channel. And I joined because I wanted to learn, really learn about the younger people. And I think the average age is like 19 or 20. It's very young. And I think only 5% are over 50. But, I'm sort of tipping the edge in the scale. But the point is that they are right now struggling with this Ikigai model. in their early 20s, 30s, and we're now dealing with it or have an opportunity to embrace it as we get older. But it's becoming a real dynamic in the workplace, this idea of purpose rather than retirement, or purpose rather than a career. It's actually the way that people are thinking about it. So I think that the bottom line here with this Ikigai model is it helps you to not only be happy and feeling like you're doing something that brings you joy because you love to do it. You can do it. You can maybe make money from it. It gives you a work lifestyle that is for younger people very powerful. It gives you ways to make connections with other like-minded people. And I think that pulling this into the older woman conversation is all about retirement and that phase. Well, we won't even call it retirement. We'll just call it the point in your life where you say, I want to do something that's meaningful. I know what I can do. I know what I love. Or maybe if I don't, I'm going to find out what it is that I love to do. And I'm going to express my Ikigai. There's actually a very good book on it. I wish I had it to hand. I would read some quotes from it, but maybe you can fill in the details of what you might know about it. It's very interesting. So for me, what is my story with Ikigai? Well, I actually, I love the sound of that too, Ikigai, is that, I know what I love. I'm a communicator. I love to tell stories. I love to help others to tell their story and to build stronger connections and relationships because of that. If you can just say that, not that sentence, but if you can just say in your mind what you love to do, let's start there. Just do it right now. I love to, and just say it in your mind. I love to do this. I love to do that. I love to help here. I love to practice this. And then when you've got that, then you can say, okay, so am I good at it? Do I know how to do it? Are there any areas that I need to improve? How can I make this real? How can I bring it into the world? I mean, for me, I don't know where I go with 60andMe in terms of how we continue to make it powerful and meaningful and make a difference in the world. But I literally don't think I'll ever do anything else. I don't. I just think that it will be like, I'll be doing my last podcast. They're like, hopefully 90 years old, and it's like, hi guys, I think I better go now. And it'll be that kind of, hopefully that kind of joyful, gratitude that I've done what I wanted to do, that I lived my purpose, my life purpose. What is it? I think it was Deepak Chopra, or one of the, the well-known teachers, who said, there's the two most important days in your life. The first one is when you were born, and the second one is when you realize why you were born. Or what's your purpose? What's your Ikigai? So I just thought there's a really kind of, interesting conversation. I mean, are you thinking about this at all? Is this something that you go through in your mind? I mean, how do we move our purpose to be the thing that drives us onward when we're older, rather than the thing that, the career or the rewards or the money? How can we enjoy the life process and feel like at whatever level we're doing something to give back to the world? Now, maybe that's not your thing. Maybe that's not what you really feel is important, or right now you're not there, or you feel, that you're happy with what you're doing. A lot of women in our community are still working, and that's totally fine. I mean, it's not even like I'm telling you to make a choice in the other direction. But I think that even at the heart of it, if you are a teacher or a nurse or an accountant or an administrator or a communications person or a marketing person, or whatever you do, you're a project manager, you're an engineer, you're a scientist, you're a doctor, whatever that you're feeling, that's where you want to be. That's the thing that you're doing. And even if you say, I may not do it at like 50 hours a week for the rest of my life, but this is what I want. This is my heart connection to the world. This is what I do. I just thought it was kind of fun. But so, I mean, what are you thinking about in terms of your purpose as you get a little bit older? I'm not trying to make this heavy or anything. I'm just trying to, just to help people think that, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be, something that's taken 25 years to develop. It's just something that you feel in your heart, that you're in the right place. Do you feel like you're in the right place, the right time? Thanks everybody for being here. I hope this is a fun conversation. If you've got other topics you'd like me to talk about, please leave them in the section below, because I just ramble on here about things that are, I think, based on conversations with you, based on our live shows. By the way, we do live shows now on our 60andMe Patreon supporters group. We do live shows twice a week, Monday, Wednesday. Those are really fun. Of course, it's a supporters group on Patreon that you can join. And also we have YouTube. We started doing live shows twice a month on YouTube. And of course, we've got all our other channels, but you're welcome here. We love having you in our world, and hope that you find some inspiration and joy in our chats, and just wishing you all the best. Have a great day wherever you are in this amazing world, and know that you are loved and respected. Take really good care. Bye for now.